The following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you could just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, let's
No, please.
Let's have it.
You don't understand. This is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it. Okay?
So Oz, welcome back. First off, it's nice of you to show up to your show. Well, I'm glad you decided to grace the listeners and myself with your presence this week. So I guess before we get started, how was your vacation?
Wait, are we live? Oh man, hold on. Man, I'm still in my flip flops. Hold on, wait 1 second. Okay, my vacation was great. It was very relaxing. I would like to just say thank you for allowing me to take a little sabbatical off from the show. It was good, and it might have also been because I didn't have Wi-Fi access to where I was, but it's okay. So it's good, and I'm glad to be back. How you doing, man? You missed me, man. What's going on, man? I got a pink slip in the mail. I don't know what that means, but it's cool, man. It just said something about this is your last paycheck from Take a Knee from Marvel vs. DC, and it was like 2 cents. But anyway, I'm cool.
I didn't miss you. Macho Man Vandal Savage filled in just fine, and we had a great conversation. This week we're going to be talking about DC Animated World. We finished Young Justice. The last 3 episodes came out, and we finished that. We got Batman Hush that came out as well. We can talk about that. And also, we're going to give our top 5 DC animated movies. Since we're in the DC Universe app right now, with Young Justice, we're going to talk about the Titans trailer. So let's kind of start with that before I set the table and we dive into things. Oz, what are your top 5 DC animated movies?
Whoa, man, that's just straight off the cuff, huh? Man, I didn't really have a lot of time to think about this, but if I were just to be clear,
you had plenty of time to think about this.
Hey, look, like I said, man,
I gave you plenty of time.
I had a long, stressful week, but if I were just to come off the cuff, not really thinking hard about this at all, I would probably say Justice League and New Frontier, Flashpoint Paradox, Gods and Monsters, Gotham by Gaslight, and World's Finest, Superman and Batman.
Okay, hold on. Let me get your top 5 again. You said New Frontier.
That would be Justice League and New Frontier, Flashpoint Paradox, Gods and Monsters, Gotham by Gaslight, and World's Finest. If you all can see a common theme, we have all of our epic superheroes, or at least one of them in those, and we have different Elseworld timelines in these two.
Okay. All right. I like it.
I could go on. I could go on further, but what are yours, sir? What are yours?
My top 5 are. I guess we're not giving them in particular order, which makes it easier. So Mask of Phantasm is in there. Justice League Doom is also in there. The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1 and 2 are both in there. And Under the Red Hood is also in there.
Mm-hmm.
And this one might surprise you, but Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
Oh, I'm actually. See, hold on. Actually, I'm not very surprised by that because there are some good points about that. Hey man, that the Dark Knight Returns, the 1 and 2, that's a good one too. That is a good one. That is a strong 6 for me.
And do you know why? Like, and me personally, I think that one works because they just stuck to the script. They just took it frame for frame.
Dude. Batgirl ain't on no rooftop. They just stuck straight to what you were supposed to do. It. They literally made a animated comic book.
So off of your list, Gotham by Gaslight. Why? What makes that one stand out for you?
Man, I have this. I personally have this very weird thing about alternate histories, alternate universes, that kind of thing. I love it. I just go deep into all that stuff, man. And so because of that, I've always been a fan of the What If series. People are like, oh, they're garbage, but there were some really good What If stories. But I've always been a fan of the What If series from Marvel. And there were really some legit Elseworld DC issues that came out. And Gotham by Gaslight to me just kind of like is reminiscent of one. It's a good Elseworld story for DC, with a twist because spoiler alert, with a very good twist about who the villain's going to be, who the villain actually is, and it incorporates like history with like the spoiler alert Jack the Ripper theme, but also it also has like some really just cool steampunk elements to it, which are awesome. The thing is people of color, black folk don't we don't get represented in steampunk stuff, so we're like, screw steampunk. But steampunk stuff is just kind of cool,
It's not for me, but I get it.
Dude, totally. If you ever see me in a big top hat with some goggles, something has gone wrong in my life, and we need to talk. But but there are some cool elements about like literally using like steam as a form of like combustion or just transportation and stuff like that. And just like in that whole story, it's cool seeing Bruce Wayne. That's kind of how I've always pictured Bruce Wayne would be, like a Downton Abbey type of dude, man. So
yeah, as far as my list goes, Justice League Doom is one of my favorite ones, just because I enjoy watching. I enjoy watching Batman have a backup plan for everyone, and watching his plans kind of come to fruition, and pretty much showing that if he really wanted to, he could end the Justice League. I like that. A lot of people aren't a fan of Batman always having a plan or having prep time, but I like the fact that he is aware enough to know that if any one of these superpowered gods turn, they could take over, and he's got a plan for that. I like that. I appreciate that in the movie.
Well, can you tell me a little bit why people get upset about Batman planning? He's a human trying to deal with metahumans and gods. Who wouldn't plan for that?
Yeah.
You would be shirking your responsibility, if you didn't plan. We're just like, hey, they're just one of us. They're not one of you. So what's the problem? The only issue I have with Doom, there are some really cool things. That's from was it Tower of Babel? I guess.
Yeah, Tower of Babel. That's what it was adapted from.
Yeah, so there are some cool things about it. But man, I just got bummed out by like that's how they access, the Batcave and stuff through that dude. And I was just like, what? And once again, the dude who prepares everything, Batman would have like measures that would be like unauthorized person in the Batmobile. You know what I mean?
And yeah, you're right. And and definitely let us know what you all think. Give us your top 5 DC animated movies. You can give it to us on Facebook or on our Twitter at Need for Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. Oz, there's not too many great Marvel animated movies. So, what are some of your favorites?
What and to your credit, that's true. So I try to.
Besides Into the Spider-Verse.
No, dude. It's just truthful. Into the Spider-Verse is the greatest Marvel animated movie. So, but here are some alternates for me. Okay, I Planet Hulk was good.
Planet Hulk was good.
The X-Men anime series, I consider that a movie.
We're not talking about series though. We're talking about movies.
All right. Well, then we'll check this out. The Black Widow and Punisher, made in that style of kind of manga. That was real. That's a good movie.
Okay.
Well, I'll skip out the other one because again, you said it's a series, even though it was like a mini series. And yeah, dude, that literally is it, man. People could be like, oh,
I do got a couple.
Hulk versus Wolverine, or that kind of Hulk versus
absolutely.
Thor.
Hulk versus Wolverine was good.
I know.
That's a good amount of characters.
And you have Deadpool in it too.
I would also say the Doctor Strange animated movie is pretty good.
It was tolerable, dude. It was not bad. I'll say,
It was. I think it was okay. It was better than tolerable. Like you didn't struggle to get through it.
Man, I will tell you this. I did not struggle to get through Doctor Strange as much as I struggled to get through the Iron Man movie.
And I know as a younger kid, the Ultimate Avengers Ultimate Avengers 2 when they went to Wakanda was okay.
Yeah. No. Look. So the Ultimate. That is there. People are gonna be like, "Why did you mention that?" And now I'm gonna be like, "Let me tell you why." Ultimate Avengers 1, fine. Ultimate Avengers 2, when they go to Wakanda, yo, man, that's not my Wakanda. It's still dealing with, we have these spears that are just amazing. I'm like, come on, dude, we have technology. And then that whole black I know why they did it. So you could see his mouth move and stuff, even though it's animation. But that costume was crazy, Like that his whole mask was just weird to me, dude.
Nah, I got that. I just want
it was strange. Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You got it.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to circle back and say I wanted to just add that New Frontier is like right on the cusp of making my top 5. I just wanted to throw that out there too. That's a really good movie. I've just been thinking about my list. That's a really good movie too.
Whether you want to deal with the New Frontier, the movie, or New Frontier, the comic book, when Batman says, I forgive me for the right dollar amount, but he's like, I spent $70,000 on a rock to take out the other alien, and all I need to take out you is a book of matches.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Also, I'd like to point out, and I'm not a Superman fan, but All-Star Superman's really good too.
Hey, you know what, man? Regular Scott, actually, that's number 7 for me because it was good and it did stick pretty much to the storyline too.
Yeah, All-Star Superman's pretty good. The Death of Superman and Reign of Superman were okay. The newer ones that just came out, those were okay. They don't crack my top 5.
Yeah, they were cool. They were like good. You can get into the whole Justice League whole series and stuff like that too. It's fine.
Yeah, I agree.
But you know what a really cool one that was? Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay.
It was okay. See, those were okay to me. Like those Justice League Dark, I didn't really like. I like the Judas contract, Teen Titans Judas contract. I like that one. That was good.
That's fine. But dude, Hell to Pay was cool just for the premise of Vandal Savage being like, dude, I've been alive for a long time, and in the last like 50 years, y'all have almost killed me. So he was just going, you have made me face my mortality, man. And he's like, this is a new age, you know?
I do know.
It was awesome. It was great.
So we're going to, later on, we're going to talk Young Justice, and we're going to give our top 5 animated TV shows, Marvel and DC.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that should be interesting. But before we get too deep into things, allow me to set the table. This is Take a Knee for Marvel versus DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here, back full strength with my co-host who decided to show up this week. We got the comic connoisseur himself, the mighty Ozzy Killmonger. Oz, what's going on?
What is up, good people? Hey, I'm here, man. Thank you for Regular Scott for allowing me to have a little break. I understand that you know, the weight was carried very well. And I would just say that because Macho Man Vandal Savage always does this thing. You, as usual, were not pulling your weight, but it's fine, man. You know.
Great. And you can also follow us on Twitter at Knee for Marvel vs. DC. You can email us any questions, comments, suggestions. Tell us if we're wrong or right at Knee for Marvel vs. DC at godefylife.com. And actually, Oz, I'm glad you're back. We do have an email that we got a couple weeks ago. You weren't on the last episode, and then the 2 weeks before that we had guests on, and I wanted this email to feel very personal. I thought this needed to be a one-on-one conversation we had regarding this email. So
I'm ready.
Yeah, I look forward to getting your reaction to this email I'm going to read later. Also, make sure you follow us, like, subscribe on all podcast platforms: iTunes, Spreaker, Radio Public, Podcoin, where they pay you to listen to podcasts. Make sure you check us out there. And so before we get into the news tidbits, I actually do want to read the email.
It feels
I'm going to change it up a little bit. And
it feels like you're chomping at the bit to do this, dude. So why don't you read it?
I am. So this is from the Black Mass podcast. And all 55 of them? Well, I'm glad you brought that up. They actually discussed their number here. Shout out to the Black Mass podcast. The title of the podcast is Recruitment. So it goes like this. Hey, guys. Love the show. Love the past episode. Now, this was a couple of weeks ago. However, we don't have 12 members. We only have 11. Hey, Uncle Oz, are you not getting the due respect you deserve? Are your incredible speeches of insight being called rants? Do you feel you're being weighed down by a regular anchor?
Hey, I do.
Are you not comfortable with your co-host dancing all in other people's podcasts? If so, come to Black Mask, Suge Knight voice. Again, we have 11 members, but we're always looking for number 12.
Dude, I'm in it.
Also, we're going to.
I would never want to leave. That's fine.
Stay great. Achilles, A-Train, Cleesus, Jim Gaines, Jordy Shorty, Lone Creative, Pipe Man the Hype Man, Prince Aji, Sheriff, Suave the Thinker, and Sid the Kid.
Man, I love Black Man.
I didn't think that would be the right email to read with guests here. We don't handle our arguments in front of guests. We do that behind the scenes.
Yeah, we do a respectful, man. See, you know what? Black Mass. That is like awesome, and I'm very touched by that offer. I'm very happy being here with Regular Scott. I'll let you guys later. Anyway, I'm good, dude. So thank you guys for the offer, man. Yeah, it's really cool. Is this thing live?
All right. So now let's get back to our normal format.
Can we read that email one more time, man? Is that okay?
No, that's it. Let's get back to our normal format. Let's get into some news tidbits.
Wait, hold on. Praising Uncle Oz is not the normal format, or is the normal format praising you? I'm sorry.
Nobody gets praised at all. We just do our thing and keep it moving. Just have a regular show.
Okay. See, once again, a regular show. Why can't we have an Uncle Oz show one day?
Because Uncle Oz isn't an adjective, but regular is. So, Marvel is developing a lesbian Latin teen superhero series, Miss America.
Wait, what? Well, huh? Wait. What?
What do you think about that?
I can't. What? What do they do? Dude, hey, Disney. You have captured everybody's childhood. You are not allowed to capture everybody's sexuality. You have to stop. You have to stop. You have to stop, or else we're going to have to we're going to have to bust you guys up like your trust. You know, you cannot have it all, man. You can't have it all. You can't. What are y'all talking about, dude?
Miss America, America Chavez. They're looking to create a TV series based off of this character.
Because now, is it live action or is it based off of that whole? Let me get it correct. But based off of the whole Disney Marvel Secret Warrior whatever thing.
I mean, you're asking the wrong guy.
And you know, it ain't a matter of it being anything, but you know, LGBTQ. You know, it's not about. It's just like, come on, man. Like, y'all gonna need to chill out. Let all these other shows.
You seem really bothered by this.
No, not bothered by them, but I'm just like, you know what I'm bothered by? I'm bothered by just like them saturating everything. It's like it's like this huge Disney flood, you know. It's just like here it comes the flood of Marvel, here comes a tsunami of Disney, here comes a hurricane avalanche of Star Wars, you know, which is cool. I'm going to be watching all that stuff, but it's just like, give me a break, man. My brain has to chill for a little bit, you know. Okay,
well let's switch to another Marvel Plus series.
Thanks. See?
Yeah, no problem. Falcon and Winter Soldier is rumored to have the U.S. agent, a.k.a. Jack Daniels, in the series. And also rumored for the role of the U.S. agent is none other than Henry Cavill.
Damn. Wow.
What do you think about Henry Cavill possibly being the U.S. agent? And then what do you think about the U.S. agent being in Falcon Winter Soldier? And you know what, Oz? It's been a while. I know you got a rant in you, so tell us a little bit about the U.S. agent.
Well, hey, a real quick just rundown of this cat was, so, man, typical government, and when people say that they have conspiracy theories about the government, you really have conspiracy theories about corporations. So the U.S. government, in a crazy haste to being like, man, we did awesome with Captain America. Let's do more. And then they were like, we lost Captain America. What we're going to do? They started pumping out all this like super soldier serum, but it was always jacked up because they didn't have like, I think the Zeta rays, or it didn't have all the components and the heart of Steve Rogers too. You know, literally like the moral heart of this guy. And so like they did a couple runs with some folks, and some folks went on to be like in this like superhuman, metahuman wrestling circuit. But the U.S. agent was one who didn't go insane and it has some rough edges. You can, if you want a comparison, you can compare the U.S. agent to like Guy Gardner of the Green Lanterns. He didn't. I think he had the shield for a little bit, but he always had a fake shield, either a photon shield, and like Captain America, he was given leadership for a bit of the West Coast Avengers. had a really weird costume. His costume always reminded me of like something kind of like Nazi-ish, but that's him in a hard shell. And I do want to say this to you, Ray Scott. I think like a while ago I said they'll probably have U.S. agent, and it's going to be a fight for the shield.
You did say that, actually. I'm pretty sure you gave away $1 million.
No, wait, they're listening, dude. I know.
You did mention that you thought it was going to be U.S. agent fighting for the shield. I don't know if that's going to be the plot, though, because another rumor floating around is that Sam Wilson will not be called Captain America during this show.
Right, absolutely. Because
that's a huge missed opportunity if that's true.
Well, no, it's not. Because you know what they're going to try and do, and I say they, the mysterious they. I feel like Marvel is going to try and do this. And I pray and hope they do this. I hope that they're going to like say, "I'm not throwing my wad in season 1. We're going to cultivate these cats." And so season 1 is him obtaining the mantle of Captain America, which him not fighting, but the contest, because it feels to me that they're going to go, the world is mourning Captain America. But we have a new Captain America, a U.S. agent, and he's going to be beautiful, buff, and they're going to be like, Sam, give up the shield, and Sam's going to be like, what? No. And maybe Sam's like, yo, Winter Soldier, hide this shield. And the whole thing is him proven to himself, Winter Soldier, and everybody else that he's worthy of being Captain America. And it ends season 1, last show, is him like either putting his boots on, tightening up his glove, and you're going, oh shit, here we go.
Okay. All right. I hear that. Inhumans.
Give me my $1 million.
I don't know about that one. Inhumans is
really? Okay.
Well, no, we can talk about it. No, I don't know about that. I don't know if I like that. Like I think you know what the whole point of the mantle passing was. It was for him to become Captain America. Like I'm not sure I need a full series of him becoming Captain America. Maybe the first half. The first half of the series.
But the drama of it all is going to be like, like you could like 3 or 4 shows at least are going to be like, we have to replace this guy because he was an icon, and they're like auditioning people all the while going, little Sammy, he gave you the shield, but we know what to do with it, like that kind of thing. It's similar to the Peter Parker being given those goggles, man. Those really cool sunglasses.
I'll say this. I'll agree with you that he doesn't need to be called Captain America to the last episode. He should be like the last episode should be him suiting up and whatever, like him going to beat the U.S. agent as Captain America. That should be the last episode. I don't think that should be saved for a second season.
I think he's going to kick. Okay, I just think he's going to kick U.S. agent's ass.
He's 100% going to catch an L. Like at first. So U.S. agent is going to beat his ass. He's like you non-metahuman, but then I think it's going to be on some Daredevil, Iron Fist stuff where he gets upper hand and kicks U.S. agent's ass and is like, I deserve this, and this is my shield. Boom, and then he's done. Or it's going to be on some Kingpin stuff where, Kingpin's going to be like, do it, and Daredevil's like, no, I beat you. This is all I needed to do. I don't need to prove anything else.
Yeah, because we can easily, why not down the road, please down the road, but to Disney down the road is like, hey, in 8 months, down the road, like maybe 3 or 4, 5 years from now, have literally either a series, but they'll do it before that, of the West Coast Avengers, and then you have all those guys in there.
How do you know they're not building towards that for Phase 5?
Oh, true indeed, sir. True indeed.
There you go. Inhumans is rumored for the next reboot. Do you think Inhumans deserves a reboot? I don't.
Man, I feel like I saw Black Bolt from the Inhuman TV show. Not to even mention the Mira Medusa wig. But I feel like I saw Black Bolt rocking some like Adidas, and I was like, "How is this cat rocking some all black Adidas?" On in his land, dude. I'm like, yo, dude, you live on the moon? How'd you get Adidas? It was crazy.
Let that man live, dude. He just wanted some
Yeah,
fresh
so-
kicks.
No. I was like, yo.
Hey, were they shell toes?
No. They were like those all black, like I go to the gym sport workout ones, low tops. I was like, dude, that's your, like, you come to Earth and that's your gear. I'm like, okay, cool, dude. So to answer your question, it didn't even deserve a show.
I'm assuming that means you do not think it needs a reboot.
Dude, it needs a boot, not a reboot, man. It got the boot. We're good.
All right, so then let me put you on the spot. If you have to replace that show with another show, what are you replacing it with?
Marvel or DC?
It's a Marvel show. What do you mean? Inhumans isn't DC.
Well, I'm saying, are you giving me the lecture?
No, you can't replace. You're not gonna put a DC show on the Marvel the Disney Plus hat.
See, I would just to muck up the works, man. A Sony and Marvel. If y'all want to have that controversy, I want Warner Brothers and Marvel to have that problem too. So I would probably. I'm thinking about it. Who used to have a TV show but never had got the proper props? Jessica Drake, Spider-Woman.
Huh, okay.
She used to have a really cool. I was a young kid. I was like, what? I don't understand what the show means. But she used to have a really cool animated show, and it had her Spider Venom and everything in it, and it was cool. And she is actually gave up the costume to become Jessica Drake's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was surprised they never used her in that series. I was like, what a no-brainer to use, dude.
Okay,
So,
nice. I'll take it. You might have just given away another $1 million. We'll find out.
I need a check, please.
Let's before we get to let's stick in the Disney Plus app. The Mandalorian trailer. What'd you think?
I didn't watch it. Didn't care.
I forgot. You're a Trekkie, so you hate everything.
But check this out. I am a Trekkie. But check this out. On the DL, I will be at the theater watching every single Star Wars movie, complaining the whole time. But, it's good because I have a fellow nerd who I work with, and we were talking today about not the Mandalorian trailer, but just about but we're talking about Rey, and he had some pretty cool. He had a good theory about Rey.
Has nothing to do with the Mandalorian, though.
I want to bring up Rey, but it's okay. So in lieu of to make some space for a little theory about Rey, what did you think about the Mandalorian trailer?
My thoughts about the Mandalorian trailer are, I have no idea what this TV show is going to be about.
So basically what I've said is the same thing.
But it looks great. It looks fantastic. The quick shots we got look fantastic. The everything looks great about it. But I have absolutely no idea what it's going to be about.
The Mandalorian, isn't that a musical instrument?
Hey man, I don't know. I don't even think Boba Fett's going to be in it. So it's
Isn't a Mandalorian? It wasn't a Mandalorian, a half human, half bull.
A Minotaur or something. Or a Centaur, one of the two.
It was a Minotaur. Wait, hold on. Isn't a Mandalorian?
Go ahead. I know you got another one. Here we go. Comedy hour with Uncle Oz.
I'm just saying, man. I just feel like the Mandalorian. It feels like some guy is going to be like, I fight bulls.
Shots fired from the trailer.
Yeah, I'm a bullfighter. They call me the Mandalorian.
There's a Trekkie for you. All right, let's get to the trailer because clearly you want to talk about your theory. So, Star Wars, the trailer. What did you think? A lot of hype behind it.
It's cool. It's good. We discussed the theory about Rey. And the theory, and then we were like, oh man, she turns to the dark side, blah, blah, blah. No. The theory that me and my nerd friend, who by the way, is knowledgeable, is Rey's a clone, and there are some other clones around. And she eventually is going to have to fight her own self, the dark clone.
Okay.
Enough said.
All right, that's cool. That's a good little theory.
Enough said.
I enjoyed it. Again, I don't know where they're going to go with it because I don't really feel like there was a lot connecting the first two movies because they seem very different. I expect this one to feel very different as well, which I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but we'll find out. I love the double blade. I was a big fan of Darth Maul's lightsaber. Still to this day, one of the best fight scenes in Star Wars history. Was him
really super good.
You know, him versus Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. And Qui-Gon is, to me, one of the best characters in Star Wars and should have been in at least 2 movies, but that's a whole nother
Yeah,
story.
man, he lost it too soon, dude.
I mean, why would you kill off Qui-Gon deserved another movie. Like that's another story. We're not even gonna get into the prequels. That would just get me upset. And I like Star Wars. I'm not even a Trekkie. Shout out to Jar Jar Binks.
Dude, come on, man. Shout out to Jar Jar Binks in a mirror wig riding on the Guardians motorcycle, trying to hit on Supergirl.
Yeah, I guess so. Titans. The second trailer for Titans. What'd you think about that?
Awesome. Everything. I'm waiting. I don't care. I'm just waiting.
What do you think about the fact that they've encountered Deathstroke and it seems like Deathstroke is the reason they abandoned the team and he finds out they're back and he's back? How do you feel about that little storyline?
Dude, I think in my dream world, I would love for half of the series of which they might do because they did last time, kind of. Half of the series of this new Titans is the new team, and half of it is the old team in action.
Well, I think there is going to be 2 timelines. So I think the whole series will be 2 timelines.
Yeah, and I think it's going to get into a whole lot more of literally why Robin is why he is right now. You know.
Well, I think we're going to see. So let me ask you this: do you think that Rose Wilson and Jericho are in the future or in the present timeline or in the past timeline?
Oh, I think they're in the future. I think they're the present timeline because they're gonna be like, you had kids, and it might get kind of stupid to be like, who's their mom?
How do you think Bruce is going to? How much Batman do you think we'll get in this? Seems like we'll get.
I don't know, man.
Bruce, but how much Batman do you think we'll get?
They showed him fighting before, so I was like excited about that. We'll get some maybe a couple cool fighting stuff with him, but I think we're gonna get a lot of coming to terms, fatherly son interactions between those two.
Yeah, another thing I appreciate about the poster and the trailer is, you get a quick shot of Dick Grayson as Robin a couple times, but it's mostly Jason Todd. And a lot of what you see of Dick Grayson is him in street clothes. And I think most of the series will be him kind of in his street clothes until he dons the Nightwing costume, which I hope this season is leading to. I hope it's leading to him reforming his Titans. I hope Cyborg shows up. I hope we get all that.
That would be nice, but no. Yeah. We're gonna get Nightwing, dude. Don't you worry.
I'm looking forward to that. So, do you think someone is going to die this season? Early predictions, very early predictions. But do you think someone will die this season on Titan? Someone important.
Who?
I'd like to see Gar die.
No, you're going to like to see Dick Grayson die. Yo, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know what the back to the Mandalorian real quick. So I'm watching the trailer. Because you know what I'm watching the trailer, dude. Because I was trying to be sneaky about it, but then I actually was like, oh my god, I can't believe he's in this. You know, they got Carl Weathers in this jank, man. They got Carl Weathers and my other dude in this, man. I'm all in, man. You know, I will be there watching. November 12th, I will be right up in that piece, son.
Hey, so let me ask you, what do you think the story's about?
Look, so it obviously has to deal with, like, you know, either it's an outpost or it's present time where, like, they don't particularly like Empire folk.
So you don't have a clue either.
So I'm waiting. Hey, so while we're at it, what is this advertisement that I saw that you can get 2 months of Disney Plus and get the third month free or something?
No. 2 years of Disney Plus and you get the third year free.
What you think about that, dude?
I think that's a bargain because I bet you the price will go up in a year or two.
How much? I wonder how much their average.
I think the yearly is $70 a year.
Man, so I could bust out 140, do this, and be all in.
Yeah, and you're all in.
Do you think they're going to have any animated stuff on Disney Plus, like some animated Marvel stuff?
All the what ifs are animated.
Whoa, you're right. But anything else, though? You think?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Like what?
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure they're gonna have plenty of other animated. I mean, we're gonna get an Obi-Wan series as well with Ewan McGregor.
Ooh, oh yeah. I'm like, all right, okay, all right, dude. I'm just cool. I guess I'll be watching Star Wars Resistance 2, season 2 then.
Oh yeah, there you go. I'm sure we'll get another Clone Wars series. I'm sure they'll be able to stretch out another storyline out of that little period of time.
Oh man, I think they're gonna milk that teat until it cannot produce anything else.
There's that. Little bit more news. The Joker trailer. What do you think about the Joker? How much confidence do you have in this movie?
Hold on, I'm watching that right now. No. Okay. Man, so there are some cool things, but I feel like it's kind of already saying, what does a good person do when he's faced with all this crazy stuff? And the woman who's finally showed him love, you know, who said it's okay, that girl's gonna die, dude. And that's gonna push his little butt over the edge. That's the whole thing.
You know, I rewatched The Dark Knight Returns, you know, which is one of our topics today, or this week is the DC animated movies. And if we remember, he goes on that talk show and, you know, takes out all those people. And he's going on a talk show in this movie. I wonder how much influence that particular storyline is going to play in this movie.
Well, it's just like a whole lot of them, because remember there's like him and a whole bunch of Jokers wearing Joker masks. I feel like, you know, they are very much Dark Knightish. So
yeah, I think you'll see that storyline kind of play out a little bit, and I'm curious to see how it's going to go. It's gotten some early Oscar buzz.
No, whatever.
I'm just telling you what the hype is what the hype is saying.
Man, all them old like all those old white male dudes are just like, we're still cool, right? We like comic book movies. We don't read comics, but yeah, I'm just like, come on, man. You know.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna go see it. So.
Oh, please, man! I would definitely be there watching that.
We'll see. All right. So I got two. One's got to go. Do you want to play before or after the break?
Ooh, break means beer. Let's play after the break.
All right. So we'll play before we go to break.
Because we still got to cover our DC animated TV shows.
This is true. This is true. So let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back. Like Take a Knee from Marvel vs. DC? Well, the Podcoin app pays you to listen to this podcast and every podcast. It's the podcast player that pays. Just get the Podcoin app and on iPhone or Android. It's free and super easy to use. You can use the Podcoin you earn to claim gift cards or donate to charity. It literally is amazing. It turns your podcast listening into charity, or if you like, just get some Amazon or Starbucks gift cards. I use the Podcoin app to do all my podcast listening now, and I love it. Go get one now at the App Store and Android today. Seriously, just go get the Podcoin app and use my invite coin, Marvel vs. DC, and you'll get an extra 300 Podcoin points just for signing up if you use that code. That's right, use the code Marvel vs. DC from this show, and you'll get an extra 300 Podcoin points just for starting. Trust me, the Podcoin app is the one that you will definitely listen to your podcast on from here on out.
Are you starving for comics? Do you covet the classics or the newest copies of our favorite comics? Ooh, that All-Star Superman, Watchmen, and Remember the Sandman? Heroes and Dragons can remedy that. They've been around for more than 30 years with the homegrown family atmosphere. Who's doing it like that? Marvel, DC, collectibles, toys, it doesn't matter. They have what you want. Go see them. Ask for York. Heroes and Dragons, located at 1807 Bush River Road, Columbia, South Carolina. Tell them Defy Life sent you.
And we were back. Make sure you definitely check out Heroes and Dragons, Columbia, South Carolina. Ask for York. Tell them Defy Life sent you. Oz, I know it's been a while. Time to play One's Gotta Go. You ready?
I've been waiting for this.
You want TV shows or movies first?
TV shows.
One of these gotta go. The other three can stay. One of these animated TV shows was never to be created, and it is wiped from your memory.
Forever.
Forever.
Ever.
Batman the Animated Series.
Whatever.
Spider-Man.
Well, wait. See, what does that mean? Spider-Man 1967 or 1960? Spider-Man, the high school Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 1990s. The good Spider-Man. The great Spider-Man. The classic Spider-Man.
Okay, cool.
X-Men, the animated series. Young Justice.
Dude, let me explain some stuff to you. Can I go on a rant for a quick second? Let me holler at you. You said Batman the animated series?
I did.
Never. That is not going. That is staying because that proved to the world, meaning that U.S. since our biggest import or export is like entertainment, really, that you can have an animated show and play it on prime time and people will want to watch it. And that thing ran for seasons. That influenced a lot of stuff, man. You know, that's staying forever. You said what was Young? Did you say Young Justice?
Young Justice.
Man, that's staying. I used to get so salty because, man, Cartoon Network just stopped showing it. I was like, you can't just stop showing this. And there was the petition, I signed it, dude. That was the one time I felt like I needed, not for my own civil rights, not for a raise. The only time I felt like I needed to actually exercise my civic duty was to try and get Young Justice back. And then it came back, and then I was just like, man, season 3, I don't know, it's just kind of, And then my son was watching it, and I was like watching it with him, and it was like a communal thing, and then I was like, man, and then I finished like the whole thing, and we finished the whole thing, and it was cool. It was really cool. And I can give you all a spoiler alert about that later, but that's for a whole other thing. So Young Justice is not leaving. You said Spider-Man. We'll get back to that. So X-Men, the series. X-Men, the series was awesome. It was cool. And I got to tell you, Regular Scott, here's a little piece of history for you. I can't get rid of that because there was a time in my youth when that show first came on, and part of my deal was I had a really good special friend, and we would make a Saturday date every Saturday just to watch that. Like I would go over to her house, man, her crib. I'd go over to her crib, dude. You know, we sit down, you know, we chill with a blanket, watch the X-Men. That was our jam. That was our deal. At that time I was like, man, there are awesome, cool, smart, chill girls who are nerds who are just like this cool. So X-Men is staying. So Spider-Man, 90s Spider-Man, get out of here. That can go. The Spider-Man can be gone forever. You know why? Because there will be another Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So.
Well, that was very long-winded to say Spider-Man. I'm going to say Young Justice can go.
Why?
Well, because Spider-Man, it was very iconic for me. I grew up with that Spider-Man. That was my first Spider-Man, was that animated series, and I got attached to it. Like that X-Men and Batman were three of the series I grew up on. So
I hear that.
And Young Justice is great. Like it's a great characterization of Dick Grayson. It's one of the best. But Teen Titans also had a really good characterization of Dick Grayson. Like that, him as Robin in Teen Titans, and not Teen Titans Go, but Teen Titans is really good.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get to the our animated DC shows.
I'm getting to it now because I have to explain my answer. You asked why.
Oh, so it's all about you since you have to explain yours.
You did ask why, so
kidding.
I gotta explain my answer.
No. Hey, by the way, what you're saying is so relevant and like just like legit too, because like those are you didn't grow up in Young Justice,
right? And well, you didn't either, to be fair, but you still like it better than Spider-Man.
Part of my heart grew up with Young Justice, so I'm just saying.
Okay, got it. But yeah, so Young Justice can go for me.
I respect that. I dig it. I look forward to. There are so many awesome little gems in the last episode of The Young Justice. People were giving it bad reviews.
Young Justice was weak. That ending was weak and made no sense. But we'll get to it. Like you said, we'll get to it, and it made no sense.
We'll get to it. Cause I'm gonna tell you, man. This is my old sentimental heart, dude. We'll get to it. And and I look forward to the next season. So
yeah, I don't know if I do. All right, I got one more. Movies, animated movies. So
here you go.
I just took the 4 of the 5 that you gave me from your top 5 list, and now one of these 4 has to go. New Frontier, Gotham by Gaslight, Gods and Monsters, or Flashpoint.
Gods and Monsters can go.
But that's in your top 5.
Yeah, but because there'll be another Elseworld for that. It's a good. I like it because it gave a totally different representation of these folks. But really, it can go. Bye.
Okay, so let's throw World's Finest in there instead of Gods and Monsters. Which one of those 4 can go?
Dude, why you gotta do that, man?
Well, I'm just saying, if that one was so easy, I'll just take that one out then. And
are you that bored? Are you that or are you just trying to hurt me that bad? I don't get it. Which one are you trying to do?
I'm just saying, I take pride in stumping people.
Man, I really like this steampunk stuff of Gotham by Gaslight, dude. Look, Justice League: A New Frontier stays. Flashpoint Paradox stays because it's a cool story. Again, just to fit my whole crazy like alt world I love. Man, I know, but A New Frontier, Flashpoint, or Gotham by Gaslight, right?
Or World's Finest.
Well, man, no way. World's Finest is staying because do you know I promise you, I will promise you this, regular Scott. If our All Father didn't throw it out, I have a VH copy of that still up in the attic. So I don't know how we'd ever play it because I don't think anybody ever has it. I don't know if they even make VHS players, but World's Finest was just a cool story, dude. You know?
Okay, so which one's got to go?
I don't know, man. See, I was trying to stall, dude. No, actually, Gotham by Gaslight, die.
All right, cool. All right, nice. I'll take that.
What you got, son?
Well, are you want me to use your list, or are you going to use my list?
No, let's use your list.
Okay, which 4 of the 5 are you picking?
Let's pick do all 5, and then we'll just knock them down like you like to do, because I like to. All right.
All right. Well, let me recap my 5. My top 5 in no particular order is Mask of Phantasm, Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker, Justice League Doom, Under the Red Hood, and The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2. So here are let me just go ahead and tell you the ones that aren't going anywhere. Dark Knight Returns.
Well, actually, I'm sorry. Since I was just trying to get you to read them out loud so I can remember what you said.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 3 of ones that has to go.
Okay.
Dark Knight Returns.
Uh-huh.
That's not counting as 2. That's 1.
Okay.
The 1 and 2 series. Dark Knight Returns. Mask of the Phantasm. And
choose wisely here. Choose carefully.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? You're right, dude. I'm sorry. Return of the Joker. Forever.
Dark Knight.
Scott.
So Mask of the Phantasm can't go because like that can't go. That can't. I we've talked about this before, and I've said this on this show. That movie is so far ahead of its time, having a female villain as the main villain. Well, Joker. Spoiler alert. Joker's the main villain, but there's a female who's perceived to be the villain throughout the entire movie, which I appreciate. So really ahead of its time. That's not going anywhere.
Man, you are a very sentimental dude. I really appreciate it.
Every now and then I show some emotion. Between the Dark Knight Returns and Return of the Joker, Dark Knight Returns got to stay. Return of the Joker is a great movie, but I can't keep it over those 2.
Wow, gone forever.
Yeah, I could do without Batman Beyond if I have to choose between Batman Beyond and Carrie Kelly.
So, you know what is needed is a good Batman Beyond, like, animated TV show. A good Batman Beyond live action show would be dope.
I've mentioned this before on Twitter. Have you seen Stranger Things?
Mm-hmm.
What's old girl's first boyfriend? The main girl's first boyfriend.
I'll never be able to tell you what that dude's name.
Well,
Yeah.
I think he would be a great Terry McGinnis.
Because you know what I think the whole issue is that I always have to remind myself is that they took Bruce Wayne's DNA and implanted it with the woman, and so it's a mix of those two. And so he's not going to be a total clone of Bruce Wayne. He'll have some characteristics. You'll be like, damn, you look like, anyway.
What does
That's
what
the
does
whole
that,
thing.
what does that have to do with anything?
Well, it's just like that would be such a good, easy way just to be like, here's a dude. He doesn't have to be this extremely like your typical Bruce Wayne-ish looking person.
But Terry McGinnis is like that.
And he could be like, he could be like a different flavor and still have all the qualities, and it fits. Everybody's like, oh my god, we need some people who can be like, different versions. It's cool. It's such an easy fix for things, man.
Terry McGinnis is pretty much like
Asian.
Terry McGinnis is not Asian.
Hey, Terry McGinnis is either Asian or Hispanic to me.
But he's not, though. What do you mean? He's not.
I know they say McGinnis do, but he feels like he's got his feel to me.
But where are you getting that from? Like the cartoon, he's not Asian or what did you say?
Hispanic, Latino.
Yeah, he's not.
Chicano.
He's white.
Nah, man.
No, he is, and it's okay. It's okay to have white
people
people cast and stuff still.
Sorry. It is. It's great. It's okay. But no,
the actor's name is Joe Keery, Steve Harrington.
Cool.
The actor's name.
That's cool.
I think he would be a good Terry McGinnis.
Let me help you.
I don't need any help. I didn't ask for any.
Oh. Sometimes the best thing we can do is help people who don't know how to ask for help. Okay. If you look back on that series and look at him, that jet black hair, he looks like he is straight up like Chicano, dude.
But he's
I'm just
not.
saying.
But he's not. Like, what do you mean? Like, I feel like you're just making stuff up just to.
Okay. I'm making stuff up. Okay, good. Like when I see Terry McGinnis, I'm like, okay, cool.
He's not McGillis.
Okay, so Terry McGinnis, who drinks Guinness, he ain't Irish. Okay. Hey, dude, I'm drinking a Guinness.
Okay.
I know you're drinking a Guinness.
No, you know what? I'll give you Irish. I can give you Irish.
Yeah, okay, you should give me the Chicano. Dude.
I can't give you that.
At the most, he is Irish Puerto Rican, dude.
No, where are you getting? You know what? We got to move on.
Dude, seriously, man. Look at that cat, dude.
We're not going to argue about whether Terry McGinnis is Asian.
Or Puerto Rican.
Like, that's absolutely one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard.
Okay, you go back and look at a picture of that cat, and you tell me that cat is like, you're like, hey, how can you're going out of left field on that one? No, not at all. Hey, Black Mass.
Let's take a poll of the 11 castmates and see what they.
Hey! All 11 cast of Black Mass, possibly 12.
Y'all might be getting that 12th member sooner than you think.
Hey, 12. You need 12 disciples.
That's true. You do need 12
it's
disciples.
true, dude. I'm just telling you.
Need 12 disciples. All right, let's dive into our main topic, which is Young Justice wrapped up, and we're going to talk about that. So let's talk about it. Top 5 shows all time, Oz. You want to talk about that first or Young Justice?
Let's talk about top 5, man.
All right, what's your top 5 TV shows all time?
Top 5 animated. Young Justice.
Wow.
Teen Titans.
Wow.
Batman animated. Legion of Superheroes.
Really?
Wait, hold on, wait. Sorry, of DC?
No, of all.
Oh, my thing is only DC, homie.
No, it's of all.
Oh, that's scary, dude. Okay, top 5 animated of all time. Anything? Well, let me help you out still. Dude, I am still gonna go.
I mean,
with
Marvel and DC, obviously.
No, it's all good, but Batman animated stays.
Okay, I just want 5 though.
Teen Titans is there, dude. Teen Titans is up in there, man. Not Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans is in there. I really, like I said, man, it was so weird and trippy to me. I really enjoyed that X-Men anime. it was just cool and like enjoyable to me. Two more, I would say, of all time. Of all time, dude. Hey, Earth's Mightiest Avengers. That show, not the current Avengers that's run on Disney, but like the one that was like maybe 5-6 years ago. That was really cool to me. All of that was good to me. So that's number 4, and the last one of all time for me would probably be. Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm kind of stuck, man. That's all I got. No, that's not true. Hold on. X-Men animated.
Okay. Mine is Batman animated, X-Men animated.
Whoa, good job. I'm proud of you every single time. Good.
Justice League Unlimited.
Dude.
Yeah, you forgot about that one, but that's okay.
Man, I feel bad. Oh man.
It's all right. It's okay. You didn't pick Justice League Unlimited, which is a tough one. I don't know how that doesn't make your top 5. I'm taking that over Teen Titans all day.
Dude, and here, and while you, and I'm really sad, and I'm like trying not to cry and like make this noise. Man, there was that awesome Super Friends, just that one episode where the Legion of Doom kicked their ass, and like it was sad. I think it messed some kids up. That one, that's in there too, man. Wow, that was right. Justice League Unlimited. Regular Scott wins again. Go.
This one might surprise you because he's not one of my favorite characters, but Superman, the animated series, is going to make my top 5.
So, Batman, Superman, World's Finest gave way to all the stuff that we have now. I feel like those two series kind of made Warner Brothers go like, man, maybe this animated game is worth some stuff. So it was, yeah.
And so, like the Superman animated series, like some of the episodes that still stick out to me are him and the Flash having a race.
That was really good. That's
a really good episode. And when the Batman crosses over and he's dating Lois Lane, and there's a lot of iconic crossovers in the Superman series, as well as just it being a good series on its own. Like I really enjoyed that. I'm not a Superman fan, but I enjoy that iteration of Superman. Like when him and one of my favorite World's Finest moments. I'm not sure if this is in the movie or not. I think it's in the series. Superman and Batman switch places. Superman puts on the cape and cowl of Batman, and he fights Bane. And Bane's
beats Bane's ass.
Well, and Bane's like, wait a minute, something's not right about this. You're not fighting like Batman.
But see, I loved it because to me, when I saw that episode, I was just like, Bane was like, man, Batman is always doing some weird shit, dude. I need to be. He freaks me out. It was awesome to me for that because Robin's like, hey,
this guy.
Yeah, Robin's like, hey man, I need your help, and yeah, another good Superman animated one was when wasn't the one where he got possessed by Darkseid, right? Or not possessed, but he got brainwashed by Darkseid, and Supergirl had to fight him.
I'm listening.
Oh, that one was awesome, dude. People were free. I was like, that's great. Yeah, Superman the animated one, and dude, regular Scott, Justice League when they fight Darkseid, and Batman is like doing his Batman above human skills, evading Darkseid's eye blast. Oh man, the Omni Blast, right? What's it called? Oh God, my brain.
The Omega Beams.
Dude, too many beers. The Omega Beam evades it, and the Parademon gets it. And then Superman tells him, he's just like, you know, all this time, it's like living in a paper doll house. He goes, but you can take it, can't you? It was great. That was brilliant. I loved it. Sorry, I geek out on that every time. I might watch that again right now.
Okay.
And get a bowl of ice cream and some Oreo cookies.
Okay. So let's talk Young Justice. Let's talk about that. I don't think I finished my top 5. And then number 5 would probably be Young Justice, actually. Segue.
You know what? I'm not crying. Someone's cutting onions. It's fine.
Segue. Spider-Man is right outside the top 5. I got that at number 6.
Mm-hmm.
I know in my one's got to go, I got rid of Young Justice, but that doesn't mean it's not a better series. I just could have done without it. And I grew up with Spider-Man, so I needed him.
Because you're sentimental. It's fine.
Yeah, a little bit. People are probably like, wait a minute, but you just got rid of Spider-Man and your one's got to go. You just got rid of Young Justice. Well, that's why. I could live without Young Justice, but it is a better show.
Right, Liv Scott. The world needs more sentimental people. It's fine.
Yeah,
Don't be proud of yourself, dude.
All right, Young Justice. Let's hop back on it. Let's talk about that disappointing finale.
You want to talk about the last 3 episodes or just the finale?
The whole series. I mean, we could talk about the last 3, but the whole series because it's over. Spoiler alert for the rest of the conversation.
Yeah. So, hey, don't turn us off. Just turn us like low, so you can kind of only hear my voice and not regular Scott's. So, in all honesty, it was a weird series.
Oz, real quick. Why would them turning the volume low only make them hear your voice and not mine?
Maybe just in my world, maybe it works out that way.
I was just wondering real quick, just before you got started.
I thought I said if, but it's fine, dude. Man, beer number 5. Look, so it was confusing. It was weird. And at all times, you were just going, when's the war between Apocalypse and the world? I love it because they're still gearing up for that for the next season. It's perfect. But there was some weird stuff to it. And, man, I feel sorry for Black Lightning if he ever has to go to Markerberg, whatever that place is, and sees that girl again.
Markovia,
and sees that girl again. I know it's going to trip him out because he's going to be like, damn, you're that crazy one, right?
So here's my thoughts. We just got an entire season of filler. Like, this whole season was filler. The only thing that happened was Black Lightning took over the Justice League, which I don't agree with because it makes no sense. And it's completely out of nowhere. It hasn't been set up at all. It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
What are you talking about? The whole series was setting it up for that to happen.
No, the whole series was not setting it up for Black Lightning to take over. Black Lightning got upset because he wasn't in the loop.
You know what? That is like here's the truth of all this stuff here. Okay, what you said is cool, and I see your point, but I just want to throw out one little point to you, maybe a couple points. And throughout the whole throughout the whole season of season 3, I want to make sure I'm saying it really slow and not slurring my words. The whole point of season 3 for all that was Black Lightning he used his powers, killed a teenager, and felt remorse for it, messed him up, just jacked his brain up, didn't know that his fellow people were doing all this dog dirty stuff because he thought yo man, the light does dog dirty stuff, so we're dog dirty too. This dude, he was like, I can't take it, fell in love, was a crisis. He had a midlife crisis. And this cat, he literally was showing how the struggle of what it means to be a hero and not fall over into the dark side and do your stuff. And know that from bad stuff, you can still find redemption from even when like you feel like you've done the worst, you can still find redemption. That and it piggyback off of The Outsiders. It piggyback off of Batman Inc. And dude, come on, man. He had Batman being humble and being like, "Go," you know. I don't know if Batman will stay true to his word, but I think I felt to me the whole series was leading up to him because the point was we don't be the light, we are the light. You know what I mean? That was the whole point.
Nah, it was one of the most easily the worst seasons so far.
Dude, you can say that, but there are some. I will go back and rewatch some episodes.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 5 significant things that happened this season.
Everybody was wishing and waiting for this whole granny goodness thing to be resolved or something to happen with that, you know. So that's
that's significant that everybody's waiting for it.
No, hold on. So you want 5 significant things, right?
Yeah, just like 5 big moments that.
I'm sorry.
I
apologize. I said the granny goodness thing, and it was kind of actually alluding to. This season, we actually got a taste of Apocalypse, Darkseid, and that whole environment, which is really cool for me. Number 1. Number 2, we returned back to the basics of for this whole Marvel and DC thing of what it means to be a hero. And that was a running theme throughout the whole series from The Outsiders to Black Lightning. Number 3, we also really understood the complexities of like the humans versus meta-human stuff with Dick Grayson and everything too, and Tigress, you know, and Loss. You know, one of the writers was interviewed. It was just like saying, like, you know, in that short little kind of blurb, was just like saying, look, we want to show that, you know, death has consequences and it's significant, you know. Yeah, and also, you know, and piggyback on the whole death thing, Geoforce, he's going to have to, he was like, you betrayed me, my sister, but he has to realize that cat was pushing him to make him kill his uncle and do that stuff, you know? That's another thing that came out of that whole series to me. Two more. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, you just mentioned 5 things, but you only gave me 2 significant moments.
Man, the Black Lightning whole thing, Regular Scott, with the love, the betrayal, that wasn't significant, dude.
No, it wasn't, man. Like,
dude,
hold on. This guy falls in love after he's hung out with his nurse for like a couple weeks.
No, you missed the point. That's not. See, here's the point. Here's the whole point.
No, please, hold on. Before you get to the point, I just want everyone to understand. Okay. This guy falls in love with this doctor after like a month of kicking it with her, and all of a sudden he can't look at a hot dog without having some type of mental breakdown with his protege.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Thank you for I wish I need to go get beer number 6. Here, check this out, though. That is definitely one view on this. Here's another view on that. It wasn't about the doctor, dude. It was about he killed a teenager, and he's a father. He's a father of 2 kids, and he killed that kid. And he's like, what did I do with my powers? And he's hearing that. He's like going, wait, you guys are doing what? He's getting the betrayal from his fellow super meta human teammates. These people are the icons. Superman is the icon of the world of hope. Wonder Woman is the ambassador of literally hope. Batman is the beacon of light in the darkest. People don't even like going to the. People are like, yo, I'm lost. I need to get to Metropolis. Let's go around Gotham. They don't go through Gotham, dude. So and he's betrayed by all these cats, dude. Come on, man. And so his breakdown isn't his love of her. His thing is like, I killed a teenager. I have two daughters who I don't see all the time. I met this woman who was easing my pain because if you remember the storyline, she's like, I have my kids. I've done bad things too. He's like, we are in misery. Yeah, he fell in love with her, but it's that bullshit love of like, I'm suffering, you're suffering, that kind of bullshit. He gets super betrayed by her, but he still doesn't go into the dark side. He still doesn't go like, that's it, I'm going to become super Black Lightning. He goes, nope, let's get down to the nitty gritty. And also, between him and Cyborg, they literally are the information highway because he controls lightning and currents. And Cyborg, that's where he was like, hey, yo, Cyborg, check this out. Before you do anything, come with me. Cyborg was like, yeah, I'm coming with you, dude.
Well, before
he's mentoring two people, Static, Mr. Hot Dog Dude, and Cyborg.
Well,
before
all that happened, let's not forget he also quit the team because he got all upset because he wasn't in the loop. If he would have been in on the loop, he would not have quit. Let's keep it 100. If they would have told him what was going on and he would have been a part of the little secret groups, he would not have quit.
Dude, guess what? That was his whole point. He was like, why do we have secrets? We don't need it.
That wasn't his point. That wasn't his
point.
Dude,
Scott, hey, if you don't think that was his point, you did not listen to his whole drawn-out freaking speech.
Oh, no, I listened to it a couple times. And the main thing I got from it was, why was I not included in this group?
No, the main thing, he even said, we don't need to be, like I said, we don't need to be like the light. We need to be the light, dude. We need to be the beacon.
And let me ask you, what has being the beacon gotten them? They did better being the light than with the beacon, because when they were the beacon, guess what happened?
So
they lost Wally.
Guess what
happened? Guess what happened when they acted like the light? They won.
But see, no, they didn't win.
They did. What do you mean? They stopped everything from happening.
Okay, so again, did you not watch the same show that I watched when Luther and all the light was like, this is even beat our expectations. Get out of here, dude, with that nonsense.
Right, no, but they didn't. Nobody died. That's a victory.
Dude, you're talking.
Am I wrong or right?
No, you're talking out the side of your neck trying to justify an argument.
I'm asking you a question. Is it a victory if you survive with all your people and you stop the bad guy from doing what they were going to do, or is it more of a victory when you lose somebody and you stop them? Which one is more of a victory?
They lost.
No, it's a yes or no question.
It's not a yes or no question.
Okay.
You know when people say it's a yes or no question, they're going, I really don't want to hear any other argument because I already have this formulated in my head. Life is not yes or no questions. Life is a total full of fucking gray and rainbows. Every spectrum.
But life could be yes or no questions.
You know what? And Baskin Robbins could be just home of 2 flavors. Thank God for 32 flavors, dude.
Okay, well, go ahead and state your argument.
I'm not going to say the argument. I want to get back to this whole nitty gritty of this stuff. The point was, at the end of his whole speech, he said, "Dude, look, here's the thing. Because like all this stuff they were doing, it was just like, still like kind of on the covert tip." He was like going, we all need to be in the loop of stuff so that we all can be aware, and so that like everybody's like, here it is. Mos Def has a song Man, I need to put him. You know what? I need to remember to put him in my top 10. Most Def has a song where he goes with about a squad. And when we move, we ain't got no discussion at all. As in, like saying, "Yo, we were all on the same page doing what we need to do, man." Black Light was just going, "Yo, if we are the Justice League of America, if we are the hope, we need all to know what we're doing, and we need to act accordingly. We can still do dirty shit on the light, but we're not going to do dirty shit to each other." That's my point.
All right, it still doesn't change my mind. Black Lightning is not. He has not been built up as a leader on this show. This character arc has not deserved this. He doesn't deserve this.
Dude, did you not hear what he said?
No, I heard it and I watched the same show you did.
Everybody, dude, and to all our listeners, this is not an instance of affirmative action. Okay? This is probably an instance of affirming actions. You know what I'm saying? Like this cat, dude, everything in his storyline has led up to it, man.
Nah, I don't. This is one we're just not going to agree on. I don't think Black Lightning has earned the right to be the leader of the Justice League.
Dude, he's got the power. And again, I'm getting old, man. I got to remember, my knees hurt every day. Every day I wake up, I wake up with a new pain. So to me, it's very refreshing and cool that we still, like, as Jesse from Preacher, his father told him, "Jesse, you gotta be one of the good ones." And Jesse said, "Why, Dad?" And Jesse's dad said, "Because there's too many of the bad ones out there. You know, you gotta still be the good one, dude." And that's what Black Lightning represented. You know.
Nah, I don't agree.
And check out these covert operations. They started the Justice League once they're on the same page. Started their own campaign to get Wonder Girl, like the real Wonder Girl, to be the ambassador of the UN. Peep that game, dude.
But what does that have to do with anything we've been talking about?
Lex Luthor was the Secretary General, President of the UN. Now they want to get their own person in it so that they can do the same stuff that the Light was doing. That's the whole point of that.
Yeah, but the reason they were able to do that was because of the teams they had created, because of the covert missions to build the outsiders up and give them the credibility that they had.
Right, and now they can literally do all that.
But you wouldn't have been able to do that if you didn't have those covert teams. You wouldn't have built up the outsiders like that. You wouldn't have an outsiders group because the outsiders group was made as just a face of the team. Like that was the whole point of it.
And they said we will still have our covert teams to train and the new ones and still do things.
Right, but those teams wouldn't be there if they didn't do the shady stuff at the beginning, is what I'm saying.
That's not true.
That is 100%. That is 100% true. They orchestrated everything for the outsiders.
No, they orchestrated everything to figure out what the Light was doing, dude.
And they orchestrated everything for the outsiders. Every mission the outsiders went on was orchestrated by McGann and Batman.
Well, and all I'm gonna say is, dude, it's a brand new world because between Black Lightning and Cyborg and freaking Static, they're going to be able to tap into everything the Light's saying and doing. And that mother box, they got a mother box, a father box. I'm excited about the next season personally. Metron was awesome. That was great. Going, hey, my grandkid. That was cool. That was really cool.
Not that excited about next season. This has been
Morbius.
This has been easily the most disappointing season so far. We spent the whole season building up War World and Apocalypse, and we didn't get any of it. We didn't even get Darkseid stepping foot on Earth, which is again disappointing. We didn't get a full we got one little bit of Deathstroke. We got a Jason Todd tease that was never mentioned or brought up again. So
what do you mean a little bit of Deathstroke? He was throughout the whole freaking thing.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything throughout the whole thing. He only did stuff a couple of times, and then he had a nice little conversation with his quote unquote protege. It was all very disappointing.
Hey, Deathstroke, I need you to do some martial arts stuff. He's like, I can access 90% of my brain, so I should do brain stuff, right?
No, I'm talking about like the Jason Todd stuff. Like we only saw him one time, and then it was never brought up again. Like, what was the point of even introducing him if you weren't going to follow up on the storyline?
Dude, it was DC Universe going. Netflix had this jank. We got the jank back from them cats, trying to find a distributor, and they were just going, let's fix stuff. I'm in. Season 4, I feel good about. But I'm always a hopeful optimist, so it's okay.
Well, you're a Trekkie, so you're used to disappointing stuff.
Ooh.
I don't think I really got anything else to say about Young Justice. Real disappointing. You don't need to watch season 3.
And I will say, if you
actually, you know what? The first half's not bad. Right about the time Lobo comes and leaves, that's when stuff starts getting pretty bad.
And you didn't like the two spoilers that they had at the end with Lobo and the little cute little thing he steps on?
He stepped on himself.
That was funny.
Oh.
And you didn't like the little Saturn Girl reference and the Legion superhero stuff? That was awesome.
Yeah, I saw the Legion ring on her finger. I mean,
yeah,
it's okay. I mean, no, it didn't do anything for me. You can skip season 3.
Dude,
season 1 and 2 are really good, and season 3 definitely took a downward spiral after Lobo shows up.
I love it because in my little nerdy brain, and who am I? I'm just Uncle Oz, Ozzy Killmonger. I'm just saying, trying to get back to Wakanda. In my mind, all I saw was, waitress, Legion ring. That shows me that actually the Justice League did succeed, and their way did win because the Legion superheroes were inspired by the Justice League. So that's awesome. So that was a nice little way of saying what they're doing is actually progressing and making way. So it was cool, dude. Everybody was just the hemming and hollers. Y'all keep hemming and hollering. That was cool to me.
Black Lightning's on the same level as the Guardian for me, so that's what I say.
Yeah, okay. Listen, just because you have these really hard curly knots in your mirror wig, maybe you should wash your hair more. It should flow more on your Guardian motorcycle. It's fine.
Yeah, I think Black Lightning's going to go on the list between the Guardian and Jar Jar
Dude,
I think he's going on the list.
When you and JD host another show, it will go on this list, but Black Lightning will not be going on that list for now. Dude, you haven't even addressed the real stuff about him trying to deal with the loss and stuff like that, and then finding the redemption through it.
No,
and actually him hanging out with his kids.
I like his redemption arc, but his redemption arc did not have anything to do with him becoming the leader of the Justice League. It came out of nowhere.
Why do you keep insisting that it came out of nowhere, or they were building it up the whole time? And also, here's the other point. I'm curious on your side, and I won't interrupt. I promise. Possibly. I'll try my hardest. 2 things for you, Regular Scout. Number 1, what do you think makes what do you think is a leader, number 1, and what do you think should be a leader of the Justice League in that universe?
Well,
what's a leader to you?
I'll answer your second question first. Regardless of what he says, Batman is the leader of the Justice League. If Batman wants to pull strings, Batman can pull strings. If Batman wants something to happen, something's going to happen. Whatever Batman dictates and decides is going to happen is going to happen. Batman is the leader of the Justice League, regardless of who he public face says is the leader. So that's where I feel about that. As far as what a good leader is, I think Black Lightning is a good mentor. I think he's a good person to have helping you make your decisions. But as far as I think he's too naive to be a good leader. Like, you have to be able to make hard decisions, and I don't think Black Lightning can make hard decisions. I think being a good leader also is you have to demand respect, which I do think he does. But I don't think it's on the same level as a Batman or as a Wonder Woman.
Why do you think Batman and Wonder Woman demand respect? And why do you think that they get respect? Tell me why.
Well, I was also going to mention Calder in there as well. But I think all three of them demand respect because they've earned it. Like, they've put the miles in. They've been through it. They've led before. Like, they've been leaders of their, like, respective tribes and groups and whatnot. So it's
what tribe has Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman has not led the Amazons anywhere.
But Wonder Woman
is a warrior.
Wonder Woman has led. Wonder Woman is the best of the Amazons.
Right.
So that means when you're the best, you're the leader.
Right. But, so Black Lightning is the best. Is the best of the Black Lightning people. So that's not the point. Wonder Woman has not been in a leadership position. So I'm just trying to understand your point about that.
She has been in a leadership position. She's especially, and she's as old as she is too.
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
What does that matter?
With age comes wisdom.
Okay, so
no, Black Lightning is not as wise as Wonder Woman.
No.
Or Batman, to be honest with you.
No. So I'm just trying to. I'm just getting your point. Like, so the way the Justice League, just so you to know, the way the Justice League works is they have a floating roster, and their roster, they vote their members in, and they vote them out. So everybody has a chance to be a leader. So why do you have a problem with Black Lightning being voted in a leader this time? It's not like you're like, I'm the king. This is not Game of Thrones. This is wait, stop. Try not to interrupt.
No, I'm just pulling at you. You don't just revolve your leaders, though. They don't have a revolving door of leaders.
No. It doesn't work like that for you in your world. Let me tell you how it works, how the Justice League of America's roster, they vote their leaders in because they say it's a democracy, and they base it off of the old school King Arthur round table thing where we don't have edges to anything. It is that everybody has a say in stuff. That's how they base the thing on, which, to piggyback off of Black Lightning's speech, they base that roster off of saying everybody has a different vote, and if we see potential in you, or if we just see what you've done, everybody says it. And how can they all say yes? We all agree when he's been in the fight and in the thick of things. Get out of here with that nonsense, dude. Not your roster, Regular Scott. Their roster says we vote our people in based on their merit. He has proven their merit. He quit. He screamed and yelled at those folks when he saw the betrayal, and he quit when he just couldn't get over the fact that he used his powers, even though the fact that he had so much remorse over harming or hurting or maiming or killing a person or a thing or a metahuman, whatever you want to say, when he didn't even know that it wasn't your fault. That's the point of the whole being a leader, is taking the hit, saying, I can take, like, I did it. This is my fault, and also finding the redemption in it. That's why they voted him in, dude.
I still don't agree with it, but we'll move on because we're not going to change each other's mind on this one.
When have we ever changed each other's mind on anything?
Well, I tried to move on, but you wanted to bring it up again. So
no, but I'm just saying, man. That's the whole thing. Like, again, to your question, does leadership work best when it is a person who's like, I'm the strongest person, I can do it?
What was my question?
Well, no, hold on. Well, when I posed those two questions, what is a leader to you, and who should be, and what does it mean to be the leader of the Justice League? So I want to ask you, I'll ask you, like, is a leader a person who's like the super strongest person, or is a leader the person who's like, man, based, like, I have, like, been through stuff, um, personal stuff and public stuff, and I survived, and this is what it is. You know,
a leader is somebody who's going to finish the mission, regardless of what the consequences may bring.
That's not the definition of a leader.
Well, there's no. I mean, I don't know what the exact definition. I don't know what the exact definition of a leader is.
What you just said.
No, you finished the mission. Like, that's the most important thing.
Right, but then the potential for all that nonsense is, while you're focused so hard on the mission, you lose yourself. What is the point of being the best undercover agent if you become that worst person?
That is the definition of being a leader. You give up yourself for the mission. That is being a leader.
That's not a leader.
Why isn't that a leader? A leader is somebody who is willing to give up themselves for the mission, so somebody else doesn't have to. If
your rank is captain, and you lead a platoon, you have a lieutenant, and your sergeant, no, your private is shot for the mission, he's the leader then? Is that what you mean?
No. But what I do mean is that you're willing, like, you're going to take losses if you attack them at this time, but you have to attack them. So you're going to lead that troop in, even though it might cost you your life, but you have to do it.
Cool.
You give up yourself.
Because to me, a real leader is a person who goes, man, I know I'm going to lose people if I go and attack these people. I don't want to lose people. Because I value their life as much as I value my life.
So let me ask you this. Would you rather lose 100 people to save 1 million, or would you rather not lose your 100 people and end up losing the war?
Who says I'm at war?
Well, no, I'm putting you in the situation. You're at war.
I am. But what are the circumstances? You haven't told. You're giving me these. You giving me these scenarios that are numbers.
Here's a scenario. You can either sacrifice 100 men to win the war, or you can not sacrifice your men, and like you said, and think, no, we're not going to do this because I don't want to lose my men and lose the war. What are you going to do?
Why are we fighting?
It doesn't because we're under attack. Because we're under attack.
Right,
we have to defend ourselves.
Right,
so if we're going to win this,
I get all that. I get all that stuff. Okay, why are we fighting? And
because we're under attack. We don't know why they attacked us. They just attacked us, and we're responding to the attack. So if we send this 100 people, then we can win. We can end up winning the war, taking their general, or we can just not sacrifice these people and run away.
Where did you get this? Where did you get this intelligence? Where have you verified your intelligence that this sending these 100 people, well, not men, but these 100 people will win this war? You give me your 3 sources, or you give me more than your 3 sources that this is happening.
We only have one source because we got attacked and we didn't know the attack was coming. So the one source who was able to get to the to get there gave us a message and let us know if we can attack here and take this outpost, we have a chance to win.
Where did the source come from?
It came from our men. He went ahead. He went ahead after we got attacked.
So we got attacked.
Listen, if you don't want to answer the question, just don't answer the question. But you don't have to make me do this long, drawn out scenario.
Here's my thing, dude. It goes back to your yes and no. There's no yes and no.
No. There's no yes and no with you. Let's rephrase that. Anyone else would have just given a yes or no question.
Come on, man. Not anybody else.
You don't want to give a yes or no answer.
No, like regular Scott, it's not that simple. It literally is not that simple. So look, because what you're doing, I'm gonna tell you what you're doing. And I can say you, I can say generic you, whatever. You're romanticizing war. You're romanticizing a military scenario. It's not that simple. It's never like that simple. Obama didn't freaking go, yeah, this is easy for me to do. He had the way he kept saying verify before he went in. It's not that simple. We just got attacked. This was happening. This is not that training program for Star Trek. When it is, let me know. I'm not willing to risk.
Again, like I said 15, 20 minutes ago, we're not going to change each other's minds, so we should just move on.
Oh yeah, because
but you continue to really want to talk about this.
Yeah, because I like it. Because usually the next episode you're like, yeah, I thought about it and you were right. So I'll just wait for the next episode. It's all good.
Actually, that hasn't happened. You can't name when it's happened because it hasn't happened.
Yeah, that would be exactly the.
Because you don't listen to the shows back, so I know you won't be able to.
Captain America versus what was your like ridiculous person against Captain America versus Nightwing.
But that wasn't
a gem.
But that wasn't.
That was great.
But that didn't happen though. What you just said didn't happen. I never came and said you were right about anything.
Dude, you told me I was right about that.
No, I never did tell you that on the air.
Oh, right, true. You never did tell me on the air.
Okay,
the air.
So you're right. I never said that, right?
So did you not say that to me? Yes or no?
No, I didn't say that to you. I didn't say that to you. No,
you didn't. Never had a conversation with me about how.
Not once. Not once.
Okay, so when you are asking me to say yes,
when we go back and listen to the Battleground tapes, I admit that Nightwing wouldn't beat Captain America. So no, I never said that.
So you just admitted that Nightwing that wouldn't beat Captain America. So I don't understand the point. I'm confused now.
No,
I'm totally confused.
I admitted that he wouldn't beat him, when we did the episode. So I did not say you were right. I didn't say you were right about something. Because I never said Nightwing was going to beat him.
Dude, you straight up said that Captain America that Nightwing would beat him, and you gave all these lame excuses until you had to be broken down.
I didn't.
No,
I didn't. Because,
that's exactly what.
And you know
did.
How we know that? Because you don't listen to the shows back, so I know that you don't know about it.
But hold on, bro. I do listen to our shows, and even if I didn't listen to that particular episode, I know what I said. I know what you said. So what are you talking about?
I don't think you do on this one, buddy. I think you got this one. I think you got this one confused with your Star Wars friend, where you got your clone idea from.
Yeah. That is so cool. That's all good there,
maybe it's one of the 11 people from Black Mask. They might have told you that.
Yeah. Okay, Jar Jar. It's all good.
Just saying. I'm just saying. All right, let's get into our final blows. What you got for the final blow?
I thought you were giving me you just gave me your final blow, like the 1-2. Yo, man, I thought we were getting to our favorite MCs. You ain't got time for that, right?
No, we don't. We pushing 2 hours.
Oh man. Listen to Public Enemy.
But the Five Life is going to release their top 10 MC list this coming Tuesday.
Oh wow!
Yeah, check that out.
I gotta get in that. Look, also here, my final blow is I don't know, man. There's some good movies that are gonna come out pretty soon. I'm looking forward to having a chance to catch up on some films and flicks. I'm gonna watch Legion of Superheroes. It's an old animated TV show from maybe 2008 or so. But I'm going to watch that and just catch up on that, just because I love watching and seeing that Legion ring. So that's my final blow.
Definitely check out the Five Life next week. They're going to release their top 10 MC list. You might have this might be a surprise guest on there. Hint, hint. Young Justice was okay. Look forward to Titans coming out. That should be good.
Mm-hmm.
And next week, I don't know what our topic's going to be. I don't have anything on it.
I'm glad I turned you on the Titans, man. That's one of the few things I did properly for you.
Yeah, it's one of the few things you did do good with. I agree. Oz. Oh, don't forget, follow us on Twitter, Need for Marvelverse DC. Email us at needformarvelversedc@go-to5life.com. Like us, subscribe, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spreaker, Radio Public, TuneIn, Spotify, Podbean, anywhere you download your podcast. Leave us a 5-star review. Oz, tell everyone we'll talk to them next time.
Everybody, as usual, good people, peace and chicken grease.
And y'all have a good time because we go have a good time until we talk to y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.
And chicken grease.
Yo, what up, my people? This is J.R. Glent from Defy Life. If you're looking for an in-depth, honest, at times hilarious conversation on anything from current events to sports to entertainment and more, check out myself, Alvin, Thomas, Gerald, and Yosh on the Defy Life podcast. Dropping every Wednesday, available at godefylife.com and everywhere your favorite podcasts are available. And as always, if you're not rocking with Defy Life, what's your life about?
A lot of yawning. You really want to be the best, got to pay the price. We make winning look easy.